parents, guardians, and distinguished guests, and welcome to Maimonides Park here in Coney Island, Brooklyn. Today we are gathered to celebrate a monumental achievement in the lives of the young people before you, middle school graduation. Through what has been the single most unorthodox school year in any of our lives, these young people have shown their determination, their tenacity, and their willpower to succeed socially, emotionally, and academically. Because of those traits, they sit before you today as the Intermediate School 381 candidates for graduation class of 2021. For the safety and comfort of all in attendance, we remind you that all social distancing guidelines must be followed. Guests are asked to remain in your assigned seat for the duration of today's event. Restrooms are available on the mezzanine level where you entered the park. At no time are any guests allowed onto the field. We promise there will be plenty of time to take photos with your students at the conclusion of the event. Furthermore, in compliance with New York City and state fire regulations, smoking and vaping is prohibited anywhere on the property. At this time, we respectfully request that you all rise, remove your hats, and face Old Glory out in center field as we recite the Pledge of Allegiance. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem, performed here today by Mr. James D'Alessandro. For a special message from District 22 Superintendent, Miss Julia Beauvais.
Congratulations, scholars of District 22. This message is for you. Today is a special day. Congratulations, scholars of District 22. This message is for you. Today's your special day. Whether you're an 8th grader, a 5th grader, kindergarten, pre-K student, this message is really for you and your families, just for me to share with you how proud I am of all the work that you've done this year. And when you are maybe 60, 70, 80 years old, you could look back and say that you survived not only the pandemic, you worked remotely, you went to school some days, other days. So this day is for you to really celebrate all your accomplishments. You made it. I'm so proud of you. As your superintendent, I'm not only proud of you and your families, your teachers, your administrators, everyone who really worked and supported you along the way. And I want one final message to be remembered. You are not only cared for and loved for by so many people that I'm so proud in years to come, we'll see each other, look back on these days and say, you did it. This is your day. Celebrate.
1, 2. Okay. Good afternoon, parents, guardians, family members, and friends. IS 380. Okay. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. All right, sorry about that. I'm going to start over. Good afternoon, parents, guardians, family members, and friends, invited guests, IS 381 faculty, and our graduates. Welcome to our 2021 graduation commencement. Congratulations, class of 2021. It's an honor to be standing here as your principal and addressing this year's graduating class. This year has been full of unprecedented challenges and required much resilience and determination by all of you. The impact of COVID-19 pandemic caused your time together to end abruptly on Friday, March 13, 2020. Who would have thought that this day would have been the last day spent together as an entire grade? Amid the COVID-19 pandemic, you had to learn to be flexible, adapt to a completely new learning modality, remote learning. You were left with no choice but to learn a new online platform. There's Google Classroom, Zoom, Nearpod, Padlet, and others. For some of you, remote learning proved to be extremely challenging, as you not only had to adapt to a new way of learning, but also adjust your routines while isolating your peers. Okay, can you make sure? Okay. All right. I'm going to try not to go back to the beginning. Okay, this is much better. Much better. Okay. So I'm going to start this over because I want it to be heard. This is very special. So good afternoon, parents, guardians, family members, and friends, invited guests, IS 381 faculty, and our graduates. Welcome to our 2021 graduation commencement. Congratulations, class of 2021. It's an honor to be standing here as your principal and addressing this year's graduating class. This year has been full of unprecedented challenges and required much resilience and determination by all of you. The impact of COVID-19 pandemic caused your time together to end abruptly on Friday, March 13th, 2020. Who would have thought that this day would have been the last day spent together as an entire grade? Amid the COVID-19 pandemic, you've had to learn to be flexible and to adapt to a completely new learning modality, remote learning. You were left with no choice but to learn a new online platform, platforms such as Google Classroom, Zoom, Nearpod, Padlet, and others. For some of you, remote learning proved to be extremely challenging, as you not only had to adapt to a new way of learning, but also adjust your routines while isolated from your peers. Yet, through it all, you've persevered and not made your circumstances define you. You prevailed, for here you are graduating today. Thus, it is even more reason for me to express how extremely proud I am of this year's graduating class and their accomplishments. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to you, graduates, for your dedication, determination, and tenacity to finish strong. This year has been a year like none other and holds bittersweet memories. As a result of the pandemic, your time together was cut short, and you did not get to experience many of the fun and cool school activities and trips that would typically be part of your middle school memories with us. One of your last trips in 7th grade was the one to Yale University, which I hope you enjoyed and will remember. Additionally, we were unable to host and share in some of your most important senior events, like your senior trip and prom. Although you did not have a senior trip to Pocono Valley, Hershey Park, or Six Flags, you surely had a roller coaster ride this year. However, despite these bumps and twists along your journey, I hope that your 3 years at IS 381 were well spent and fulfilling, as well as a time that you will remember with fond memories. It has been a great pleasure knowing and working with each and every one of you and your families. As your principal, I looked upon my role as more than just an authority figure and strive to be a role model and mentor. I hope that I have been a source of inspiration to all of you. Although there is still much that you must learn, I feel a great sense of accomplishment and pride moving you to the next stage of your academic journey, a task that I would not have been able to complete without your amazing teachers. I am confident that your teachers have planted the seeds that will allow you to thrive successfully in high school and beyond, becoming critical thinkers and problem solvers. I am a strong believer that the best teachers don't show how to follow the path. They teach you how to create a path of your own, a goal that I hoped we accomplished. To your parents, guardians, and other family members, thank you. We could not have done it without you. Your child graduating today is testimony of your hard work, time, and investment in their future. Thank you for supporting us and ensuring your children's academic success. Graduates, you have now reached the end of one road, just the end of one, and soon to begin one of endless new possibilities. As you embark on your new journey to high school and beyond, be prepared to encounter many challenges and obstacles along the way. Take charge and forge your own destiny. As the great Abraham Lincoln once said, the best way to predict your future is to create it. Don't let others dictate your path. If you think it, if you believe it, then you can do it. Success, boys and girls, isn't going to be hand-delivered. It requires determination, hard work, and grit. You will fail multiple times, but get back on your feet, dust them off, and try again. And when you do succeed, which you will, your success will be humbled by your failures because you know how hard it was to achieve them. Graduates, I urge you to use your voice and channel your energy into positive and meaningful actions that will promote peace and unity. Develop the character and work ethics that will make you honest, responsible, proactive, and successful individuals. As the saying goes, attitude determines altitude. Treat others the way you would like to be treated. Most of all, I implore that you make wise choices. There are so many things out there that can derail you from the right path. Choose wisely. You have the mental ability and capacity to discern right from wrong, good from bad. Use it. Even though you are not perfect, which I get, I'm not either. Strive for excellence and integrity. As I conclude my principal's speech, I would like to leave you with a few words of inspiration from the great Martin Luther King Jr. The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. But intelligence plus character, I'm going to say that again. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. Graduates, good luck and best wishes in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Principal Agard. Once again, we direct your attention to the video wall for a message from one of our guest speakers, New York City Public Advocate, Mr. Jumaane Williams.
Peace and blessings, everyone. This is Jumaane Williams, your public advocate. I want to offer my heartfelt and enthusiastic congratulations to the class of 2021. This success comes after your hard work, your sacrifice, your ability to overcome challenges of the last year and throughout your education. And you've earned a moment of celebration at this milestone. You've all faced challenges that many other graduates have taken on, and new ones we hadn't previously imagined. Congratulations. For some of you, reaching this moment may prove some people wrong, as I know it did for me, but I want to focus on the people who helped get you here, who supported and empowered you to achieve, and to take a collective moment to offer them gratitude for always being there, for being a part of your success. I know that this year, commencement looks a little different, that the celebrations are more personal and individual, while we continue to practice safe social distancing as we hope to approach, but crucially, have not yet reached the end of this moment of public health crisis. But what stands the same is the level of achievement and accomplishment you've all reached, especially under extremely trying circumstances. What stands the same is all the work you go on to do from here. We don't have to be in the same room to come together and drive progress and change. We may all be physically apart, but maybe now more than ever, we need to stand together and support one another in our goals, shared and individual. Your education can empower you to change the world. And the best way to create change is often to begin with your world, with the issues and places closest to you and your community. Transformational change that shakes a city starts on one block. We've seen that in the movement for social justice over the last year as people, largely young people, raise their voices to demand and to create that change. We may have gotten some accountability, but the movement continues for justice. We need your experiences, your voices, your efforts to create the truly transformational change we all need. I want to offer you a piece of advice you rarely see on any motivational posters or banners. And that's, at some point, and that's at some point you will fail. And you may fail miserably and multiple times. And what's important, though, is what you do in the wake of that failure, how you come out of it to grow, and what you'll go on to do next. And while graduation is the end of one chapter, it's the beginning of all that's to come. We all know that the last year is going to go down in the history books, and it's up to you to write what's next. How we come out of this pandemic is still an open question, whether we can go beyond returning to normal and instead move forward a renewed New York. You're all a part of answering that question. You're not the leaders of tomorrow. You are the leaders of today, and we're going to need you. So as we honor you, the graduates, and all you have done, I'm sure I'm not alone in looking ahead to all you'll accomplish in the future. In fact, we're all counting on it.
At this time, please welcome to the podium our school salutatorian for 2021, Caitlin Veen.
Welcome, Principal Ms. Agard, Vice Principal Mr. Lawler, teachers, parents, staff members, and most importantly, students. I would like to start off by thanking the IS 381 staff members, administrators, and teachers. Your dedication and hard work has had a great impact on the development of the 2021 graduating class. Just like students, teachers, administrators, and staff members have had a lot to overcome, including teaching to teenagers during a pandemic. Therefore, on behalf of the 2021 graduating class, we thank you and appreciate everything you have done for us and IS 381. Now, on to the graduating class. I would like to congratulate all of the students that are here today. From the first day of middle school, we struggled. We all had our challenges to overcome and obstacles to get through. One of these challenges included surviving the school year during a global pandemic. It was unpredictable and heartbreaking. Some of us have lost motivation and others just wanted to give up. However, we continued to strive and made it to the finish line. Although the struggle continues, we are conquerors. There were multiple people that made this year worthwhile: my family, the teachers, and my friends. These people have encouraged me to be the best and do my best every single year. Without them, I would not be here, standing right now. I want to thank the teachers for being there whenever we needed them and for making sure we reach for the stars. I would like to thank my family and friends for letting me talk when I needed a listening ear. Some specific people I would like to call attention to are my friends Kirsten, Yasmin, Frelov, and Andy. Yes, you four. I see you guys out there. These four girls committed themselves to helping and encouraging me to keep on going and pushing forward. They supported and lifted me up when I was down. In return, I did the same, and that is why the five of us are here today. I believe this scenario is the same for many of my peers. We all have at least one person we care about and a list of people that helped us reach this point in our educational journey. I encourage you to thank those people for making these 3 years the best they could be. Now I would like to speak of this specific day. Today is no small feat. It perhaps is the most significant and life-altering achievement most of you can claim. Never hesitate to recognize how proud each and every person here here today is for you to complete such a difficult task. We, the students, have worked 3 long and tiring years to get to this point. It is hard to ignore the determination, perseverance, patience, and hard work, and even sacrifice that embodies the attitudes of every graduate. The best advice I have for you right now is to pursue what you are most comfortable with and what you are best at, not only in high school, but for the rest of your life. Pursue what is most dear to you and pursue something you believe can help you make a difference. You all probably want me to shut up now so we can continue on with the ceremony. The final thing I would like to say is to not throw your lives away. We are all able to accomplish something in the future. Look at where we are now. We made it. As a group, we started from the very bottom and look at where we are now. When we leave today, I want you all to think about how far we have all come individually and as a class. Remember that we made it this far, so there is no point in stopping here. Some of us may have our lives all planned out already. It would have all been for nothing if you ended all after this. You only have one life to live, so do whatever the heck you want with it. Just don't waste it.
Thank you, Caitlin. And now, please welcome the Assistant Principal of IS 381, Mr. Patrick J. Lawler.
Good afternoon, IS 381 staff and parents. Thank you for joining us today for this wonderful occasion. And of course, a very special good afternoon to our 8th graders. Today is all about you and your wonderful accomplishment. I am honored that I get the chance to share a few words with you today, and it will be just a few words because I know it's hot out there. Before I continue, Principal Hippolyte Agard, thank you for choosing me as your assistant principal and allowing me to do a job that I love every day. A few weeks ago, I sat in my office and a young man walked in. We spoke about high school and we spoke about college. The young man commented to me that he would never go to college and that he could never be an AP like me. I was taken back by these comments and I took them to heart. I decided to be as honest as possible with this young man. I said to him, who do you think I really am? He looked at me. He said, you're our AP. You're our coach. I asked him, was I always your AP? Was I always your coach? He just smiled and shook his head and said no. I shared with this young man that once I was a child that could not sit still in class. Once I was a child that I could not finish a page of a book because I could not stay focused on it. Once I was a child that was told I would never make the high school of my choice, but I did. Once I was even a college dropout. He asked me how I went from being a college dropout to an assistant principal of a school. I responded by saying, the secret to success is how you, I want to repeat that a couple of times today, is how you handle adversity. My point in sharing this was to let him know that we all face some type of hardships in life. There will be challenges and there will be hurdles that we must jump over. There will be people and obstacles that will slow you down but you must keep moving forward. But you need to decide what you want and never give up. You must be your biggest advocate. You must be your biggest cheerleader. You must be your own biggest fan. You must respect yourself, and you must respect your dreams. You must love yourself. Speaking of loving yourself, there is something I do every graduation, and I have to do it again today. Will all the graduates please stand? Please turn and face your parents in the audience. I would like the graduates to remember that those faces in front of you, they are your support system. So let's give them a round of applause, please. Parents, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a thankless job. Graduates, please turn and sit. To the class of IS 381, remember the tips I leave you with that you are going to do over the next few years in high school and beyond. You are going to get involved. You are going to join a club or a sport, whether you like it or not. You are going to participate, whether you like it or not. You are going to study every night, whether or not you have a test the next day. I see Christian looking at me. You are going to give 100%, no matter what. Finally, several times over the past year, and probably today, you have heard this has been a year like no other. Just remember, this pandemic you have overcome will just be a footnote with the other obstacles that you have faced on the road to success. You will face people who doubt you, and you will prove them wrong. You will face people who judge you, and you will prove them wrong. You will create your own path. You will create your own future. You will change the world. You can overcome, and you will overcome. From the bottom of my heart, IS 381 graduates, I love you. I wish you nothing but the greatest in the future. My door is always open to any of you. God bless you all, and good luck to you on your road to success. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Lawler. Up next, please put your hands together for our class valedictorian, Candace McClendon.
Welcome, Principal Agard, Assistant Principal Lawler, staff, family, friends, fellow graduates, to the graduation of IS 381 Class of 2021. This is a time for all of us to be proud, especially given the year we've had. We arrived at IS 381 as shy, timid sixth graders, well, some of us. Whether we were prepared or not, we had to begin a new chapter titled middle school. Now, some might say sixth grade was scary, some might say it was chaotic, but all in all, it was pretty fun. From making new friends, to school-held events such as the sixth grade mixer, to out-of-school excursions, sixth grade was truly a fun year. It was one of the only years where we, as a class, were able to fully experience middle school and interact with one another from the beginning of the school year to the end of the school year. I remember on the last day of sixth grade, a couple of students, including myself, planned on having a water fight. Now, I don't know where this water fight was supposed to take place, but it did. in art class. All I can say is that Ms. Goldfarb, the art teacher, was tired of my class. There were remnants of water balloons on the floor, and people's clothes were soaked. It was chaotic, but fun moments like that made sixth grade so memorable. That following September, we returned to IS 381 as seventh graders, more accustomed to our environment and ready to tackle middle school head on. Seventh grade was abruptly cut short by COVID-19. I think I speak for many people when I say that on Friday, March 13th, the last thing on my mind was not returning to school. In the weeks following, we had to grow accustomed to a whole new way of schooling, remote learning. It was a drastic change for everyone. We went from being in a classroom 5 days out of the week with our peers and teachers to having to be home and complete assignments. We ended our seventh grade year on a computer and began our eighth grade year on a computer. After about 10 months, the finish line is now in sight. We finally reached the last couple pages in a really long, unpredictable chapter. We're ready to close this chapter of our life and open a new one. But before we do that, I would like to give thanks to everyone involved in getting us here, from teachers and staff to family and friends. A huge thank you goes to the teachers, faculty members, and the PTA for not only making this very graduation possible, but persevering through having to teach classes via computers/tablets, the lack of class participation, the disregard of how this pandemic affected you all, and so much more. To my family and friends, thank you for always being in my corner and pushing me to become better. The endless amount of love and support doesn't go unnoticed and is greatly appreciated. And shout out to all the 8th grade students for making middle school one of the most interesting 3 years of my life. Before I go, I would like to leave you all with a quote from Ernie Harwell. He once said, "It's time to say goodbye, but I think goodbyes are sad, and I would much rather say hello. Hello to a new adventure." It is time for us to say hello to a new environment, new teachers, new friends, and goodbye to 381. Thank you.
Thank you, Candace. Please welcome back to the podium Principal Agard.
Okay, I'm going to bring this down. So you know what? Every year I get a little sad around this time because my job gets a little harder. Why? Because I have to interview candidates for new jobs because I have people retiring. Last year we had 3 wonderful individuals who retired, and we didn't have this celebration for them, so I do want to shout out Miss Ronnie Levenberg. I do want to shout out Miss Maura Fakay, and I do want to shout out Miss Linda Lopez. All of these 3 wonderful individuals worked with us last year, and they did not get that send-off, so send off to you, ladies. Thank you for your hard work last year, and we appreciated all the years of work with 381 and with the New York City Department of Education. This year, unfortunately, I have 4. I have 4 wonderful ladies retiring. And it's very, very sad because they've been with me Through thick and thin, they've really helped me along the path of being who I am today and running IS 381, which I am extremely proud of. So I want to say thank you. So to all of our 2021 retirees, Ms. Turner, Ms. Champolsky, Ms. Goldfarb, and Ms. Murphy, words cannot express my gratitude for your years of service, commitment, and dedication to New York City Department of Education, and especially for the years that you've worked here at IS 381. To Ms. Murphy, thank you for being the best 6th grade social studies teacher. Very kind and always willing. You've never shied away from any assignments. I remember last year I called you and I said, Miss Murphy, you may have to do science. And you said, well, my husband taught science, I guess I'll learn. So thank you. You were willing to teach science. You've taught ELA with Miss Murphy. You were always up for the challenge. I will miss your beautiful calligraphy. I don't know what I'm going to do. Writing on all our diplomas and certificates. You're coming back. So I just want to say shout out to you. Thank you. To Ms. Goldfarb, thank you for being the best art teacher. Very kind, giving, and understanding. Like Ms. Murphy, you worked with whatever assignment was presented. 3 years ago, I think, I called you over the summer, and I said, Ms. Goldfarb, you're going to be gym teacher as well. And you took it, and I am just really appreciative. You've been working with Ms. Paul, being our art teacher, as well as a phys ed teacher at IS 381. So I want to thank you for being here with us. Thank you. To Ms. Champolsky, thank you for being the best guidance counselor. Very kind and thoughtful. You have provided me with some of the best advice when I have struggled in difficult times, and I will not forget that. Because sometimes you need a shoulder to lean on, you need someone to share certain things and guide you and tell you what to do, and sometimes I would call and you would give me that advice. So I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for the support. To Ms. Turner, this one is going to be tough. Thank you for being the best parent coordinator. You and I have had a very trusting and lasting relationship, one that I will miss dearly. You were my mama on the job. We shared many laughs. We came in the morning, we cried together when there were difficult moments. And most of all, sometimes you would hold my hand and you would pray with me. And I will not forget that. You have given me strength and emotional support you could not imagine, especially on those days when I felt like giving up. So I just want to thank you. I hope that all 4 of these wonderful ladies, and you are young, wonderful young ladies, will have a wonderful retirement. And I do want Ms. Goldfarb and Ms. Murphy, who are with us today, to join me on the podium. Come on up, ladies. You deserve that. You deserve that. And if you feel like saying something, you can. Thank you, ladies. Mr. Lawler, come up. We're going to take a picture. You can say something.
I will say I do remember telling the 6th grade, well, when you were 6th graders and I had you, that when you went, I was going too. I didn't think it would be like this, but, you know, life, I always say, is constant change. And as a teacher or any job, you have to be ready for constant change. And boy, you know, a real change was thrown at us. But make a goal, stick to it, and roll with the punches, and you'll do well. You'll be successful. Thank you.
I just want to say Thank you to Ms. Agard and Mr. Lawler for letting me work with these fabulous students all these years and being able to give them an art program. And I just want to, say how wonderful it was creating the art that you guys created in 6th grade and then online through 7th and 8th grade. So thank you. I'm truly going to miss you. Truly.
Thank you, Mr. Lawler.
Once again, we ask that you turn your attention to the video wall for a special message from IS 381 Guidance Counselor, Miss Rebecca Chumpolsky.
Hello, everyone. It's so nice to be here at your graduation. I'm so excited for all of you. I miss you all. I'm sure you're more beautiful now than I remember you, a year ago? In any event, best wishes to you going off to high school. It's a very important time for you. Over the summer, take time to think about who you want to be when you get to high school. What will your priorities be? How will you manage your time? How will you decide who your friends will be? These are all very important factors for the next 4 years of your lives. And make sure that when you make those decisions, you let your values guide you. Values being things that are important to you, like education, family, honesty, integrity. And more importantly, when you get the chance to dance, dance. Enjoy yourselves. All the best. Come back and see us. We always like to hear from students and what they're up to. So don't forget about us, and we certainly will not forget about you. Bye-bye.
And now, a message from IS 381 Parent Coordinator, Miss Michelle Turner.
Dear class of 2021, this has been an extraordinary. Dear class of 2021, this has been an extraordinary school year. Nothing can compare in my lifetime or yours. However, as you prepare to leave IS 381, I too am preparing to leave. I greeted you on your very first day, and I was excited. It is my hope that as you move forward, you will remember IS 381 as a place of growth. I have watched you become young ladies and gentlemen who will do great things in life. I will miss each and every one of you. You are all my favorites. Wishing you nothing but the best. From my heart to yours, Ms. Turner.
Please welcome back Principal Agard. And also, please welcome Assistant Principal, Mr. Lawler.
Okay, so I am going to begin the awards with the Triple C Award. And Triple C Award is in recognition of your courage, which will assist you in meeting the challenges ahead. Your remarkable commitment to bettering yourself, your school, and your community, which makes you a role model to others, and your strength of character, which has helped you achieve your goals and will guide you in making the right decisions in the future. Triple C Award comes from Councilwoman Letitia James, Attorney General Letitia James. And the Triple C awardees Emma Charles.
Congratulations, Emma. Okay, do you want to take a picture? You gotta be careful that this don't fly out.
And again, awardee for Letitia and James Attorney General Triple C Award, Elizabeth Ningolan. And the final Triple C award goes to Ayodeji Akilude, better known as Victor. And Victor was unable to join us today, so we'll be holding his certificate for him. Thank you.
The following award is for a staff member that passed several years ago now. It's very important to mention this staff member and what she meant to our staff and our students. I remember when I was a teacher and I first started going for my admin license, she grabbed me in the hallway and she said, "Never change and always remain the same person you are." And I watched her as she taught 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years. From the first day to the last day, she still worked and dedicated herself to the students and kept such a high bar. And she's a role model for our staff and our students to keep that high bar from day one through the end. So the Joyce Jacovetti Award goes to Brianna St. Fort. Congratulations, Brianna.
Okay, the next award is the Borough President, Brooklyn Borough President's Award. And for this award, we have 3 recipients. The first recipient that I'm going to call is Phoebe Spickler. And the award states, whereas the borough's distinguished educational institutions are a vital part of the fabric of life in Brooklyn and make significant contributions to the quality of life of our students and our communities, it is only fitting that we commemorate this special occasion. And whereas there are many times when individuals move from the confines of the ordinary into the extraordinary, where the seeds planted by your educational leaders will continue to grow and nurture our borough and beyond. And whereas on behalf of all Brooklynites, I salute you as an exceptional graduate for your impressive drive, commitment, and leadership. And I recognize you as not only a leader of tomorrow, but a leader of today who will go out and change our world for the better. Now, therefore, I, Eric L. Adams, President of the Borough of Brooklyn, do hereby confer this graduation citation upon Phoebe Spickler. Congratulations. And the next two recipients of the Brooklyn Borough President's Academic Excellence Award goes to Ms. Caitlin Vigney. And it's the same words as the one I gave to Phoebe. And the last goes to Inan Segi, who's not with us today.
At this time, we have a very special guest joining us to share a few words. Please welcome to the podium Kings County Civil Court Judge, the Honorable Dwayne Paul.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2021. This is exceptional because you all have faced insurmountable obstacles to get you to this point today. And you have seen things that I have not seen growing up. You have seen things that your parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles have not seen and experienced growing up. You've seen the first elected African-American president to the United States of America. You have seen the first African-American woman elected vice president to the United States of America. And you faced a pandemic and thrived through the challenges and the obstacles. So there is not a thing that you cannot achieve. My name is Judge Dwayne Esther Paul, and when I was young, I was faced with some challenges. I had a brother, he went on a youth trip, and he got in an accident. And I watched my parents navigate the court system to find justice for his life. And it was hard, but I learned the power of having an attorney, an advocate in the courtroom. And I understood what it meant to have a judge that would make impactful decisions over my life, my family's life, and ultimately my community. But those challenges taught me how important it was to use our experiences to serve others. And so with the challenges that you faced this year, I want you to reach back and remember the skills that you learned, how you remained disciplined, how you kept up with your schoolwork, and still found ways to engage with your classmates. I want to thank the teachers and the parents for all that you have done to carry our young people, our future, through this time period. So congratulations to everyone. I am going to give you this award on behalf of Judge Paul and the New York State Assembly Certificate of Merit from Assemblywoman Rodnice Bishort Hermlin. And this first award goes to Kristen Raymond. The next award goes to Candace LeClendon, Certificate of Merit. The next Certificate of Merit, this one is on behalf of Judge Paul, Assemblywoman Rodnice Bishort, who's proud to present the Shirley Chisholm Service Award to Asil Abbas for dedicated community service. Congratulations again.
Next, we have the District 22 Leadership Awards. Rudmika Delius. Next, we have Amanda Pierre.
Okay, continuing with District 22 Leadership Award. The next is Jalen Murray. And I know Jalen is not with us today. He's here? Oh, Jalen. My apologies, my sincere apologies, Jalen. Do come up. and Dominic Raphael, also District 22 Leadership Award. Inan Segi, who's not with us today. Alicia Quayam. Suchila Antoine. Abigail Kazan. Sahil Iqbal. Nandi Lessie. Caitlin Veen.
To present, getting choked up. To present our next award, Ms. Donaldson.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, all of my babies. I love you guys so much. And I'm so honored today to present the Amparo Padilla Memorial Award. This was Miss Jumpolsky's grandmother who came to this country and had to persevere through so many obstacles, obstacles, and was so resilient. And I'm presenting this award today to Sing-Yu Chen.
And now for the Student Leadership Award presented by CSA, Council of School Supervisors and Administrators. And the first of these awards goes to Kirsten Raymond. The next goes to Danielle Britton George. And the next goes to Phoebe Spickler. This next award is from the Comptroller of the City of New York, Student Achievement Award, presented to Anisia Rayburn in recognition of outstanding contributions to the community. Okay, the next two awards, Comptroller of the City of New York. Okay, so that's the same. Okay, so these are all Comptroller of the City of New York Student Achievement Award presented to Gabriel Gomez in recognition of your outstanding contributions to the community. The next Comptroller of the City of New York Student Achievement Award goes to Fredlove Desome in recognition of outstanding contributions to the community.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a nice round of applause for all of our award recipients here today. Once again, please turn your attention to the video wall for a special message from Brooklyn Borough President, Mr. Eric Adams.
Greeting graduates. I am Brooklyn Borough President Eric Adams, and on behalf of the Borough of Brooklyn, I want to congratulate you, the graduating class of 2021. What a year it has been. While you were working hard to get good grades and complete your studies, you also had to deal with a global pandemic. You had to adjust to remote learning, be separated from your friends and some of your family, and learn how to stay safe while going about your day-to-day in a whole new way. But you did it, and you should be proud, because you've learned a very important lesson at a young age. What doesn't break you only makes you stronger. Over the past year, instead of just reading about history or hearing about it from others who experienced it, you actually experienced history for yourself as it unfolded. You lived through the COVID-19 pandemic. You experienced the struggles for equality, and justice. And maybe you even witnessed the youngest poet to ever recite a poem at a presidential inauguration. Now, you can say that you were a part of history. There might have been times when you felt sad, isolated, afraid, or even angry. But the most important thing is that you hung in. You kept moving forward, and you made it through. You remained resilient and determined to become the graduates you are today. Now it's time to look towards your future. It is bright and it will be exciting. It will have twists and turns, and at times it might get rough. But each day gives you another chance to forge ahead, make a change, try again, or dream a new dream. And the best part is you'll have your family, friends, teachers, mentors, and others to support you along the way. Now, your biggest job is to continue to learn and grow into becoming the best you that you can be. Those of us that are part of your village are so proud of you. We cheer you on today, and we look forward to watching you make history as you go on to change the world. There is absolutely nothing that you can't do if you put your mind to it and your heart into it. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Once again, have music in our curriculum. This year was especially difficult, especially for our remote learners. With that said, please enjoy this mashup of several members of our graduating class under the direction of Mr. Ryan Kieran, performing the Bill Withers classic, Lean on Me.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride if I have things you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you will let show. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't
It's time for the main event. Are you guys ready? 8th graders, are you ready? Principal Hippolyte Agard, Assistant Principal Lawler, parents, guardians, and distinguished guests. At this time, it is my honor and my privilege to present to you the Intermediate School 381 candidates for graduation, class of 2021. Class 322, please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, Asil Abbas. Sushila Antoine. Mishkatul Ariva. Damian Abar. Emma Charles. Abrar Chaudhry. Jaden Cribb. Yasmin De Jesus. Matthew Deng. Fredlove Desome. Garen Guys. Milan Hemmings. Jacob Hinckley. Abigail Kazan. Mandy Russi. Candace McClendon. Micaiah Pericles. Amanda Pierre. Marika Pilatova. Alicia Kayum. Dominique Raphael. Kirsten Raymond. Jem Sr. Phoebe Spickler. Ariba Taher. Caitlin Veen. Alvin Virare. Aiden Weissman. Ayodiji Victor Akarude. Alan Anerbayev. Anthony Benitez. Daniel Britton George. Elijah Chandler. Xavier Gardner. Javon Grant. Caden Marin. Miles Miller Charles. Elizabeth Nangolan. Suleiman Rashid. Sanai Rhodes. Ritaj Saber. Shakruza Umasova. Elijah Williamson. Christian Alcindor. Sahir Iqbal. Jalen Murray. Brandon Rivera Arriaga. Naz Akhtar. Darwin Bastine. Brandon Blue. Romney Kazo. Savannah Charlius. Xing Yu Chen. Leanne Daniel. Rodnika Delius. Terry DeSormo. Gabriel Gomez. Stephanie Gomez. Ramar King. Ahmad Kosamajiev. Joette Luna. Ian Patterson. Avery Plunkett. Daniel Quinones. Kenneth Reyes. Quentin Robinson Reed. Iman Segi. Omari Stevens. Nathaniel Tony. Ahmed Abbas. Jabari Campbell. Devin Chan. Emmanuel Diaz. Chloe Eliason. Morgan Eliason. Kareem Imara. Rodolin Filius. Genesis John. Irvin Joseph. Belma Kandick. Jamalet Luna. Lance Noel George. Anicia Rayburn. Brianna Saintford. Kimora Wallace. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating class of 2021.
By the power vested in me by the New York City Department of Education, I now pronounce you graduates of 2021. You may move your tassels to the left. Congratulations, class of 2021. You did it. Said that already, and now you may move your tassels to the left. You are now graduates of 2021. Christian Alcindor, shout out to you. I'm gonna miss you.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the students and staff of Intermediate School 381, we'd like to send a special thank you to all the parents, relatives, guardians, friends, and loved ones who joined us here today. As you leave the park, please take a moment to check around your seat for any personal belongings or trash. Please place all trash in the receptacles on your way out. You can reunite with your youngsters in the parking lot, where our staff will be happy to help with photos. As a reminder, next week is a full week of school, and students are expected to come to school each day as they have been, either remotely or in person. The last day of classes is next Friday, June 25th, where students will receive their diplomas and be dismissed at 1:50 p.m. We wish you a happy and healthy summer and a smooth transition for your youngsters into high school and beyond. Thank you all once again for coming, and please drive home safely.